Welcome to Immigration Info, your ultimate hub for all things immigration. Looking for visa tips, country guides, and the latest immigration updates? You're in the right place. Subscribe for expert insights and join our global community today. A new conflict is brewing in Texas, centered around a contentious state legislation referred to as SB4. Recent events have seen hundreds gathering outside the state capitol in Austin, voicing their opposition to the impending enforcement of this law. What exactly does SB4 entail, and why has it sparked such fervent protest? The focal point of SB4 lies in its implications for immigration enforcement within Texas. This law, slated to take effect imminently, holds significant consequences for both law enforcement practices and the lives of migrants crossing into the United States. Under the current landscape, Texas troopers have been apprehending migrants, primarily on charges of criminal trespassing, under Operation Lone Air, a component of the state's extensive border security initiative. However, the enforcement of SB4 would amplify these measures. Texas law enforcement agencies would gain broader authority to detain, incarcerate, and prosecute individuals suspected of illegal entry into the country. Moreover, state judges could mandate the return of migrants to Mexico, marking an unprecedented shift in the handling of immigration matters. Critics, including Texas state lawmaker Victoria C., express concerns over the potential for racial profiling inherent in SB4's enforcement. They argue that empowering local police to determine the legality of an individual's presence in the country encroaches upon federal jurisdiction. Governor Greg Abbott, however, rebuffs these apprehensions, highlighting the diversity of migrants encountered at the border. Support for SB4 finds traction among figures like Sheriff Brad Coe of Kenny County, situated along the Texas border. He views the law as a vital tool in combating crime and safeguarding the nation's integrity. Nevertheless, Sheriff Coe acknowledges the resource constraints faced by his rural jurisdiction, which could complicate the effective implementation of SB4. As the deadline for SB4's enactment looms, the legal battleground expands. With the Biden administration in Texas locked in numerous immigration disputes, the fate of SB4 rests not only on its constitutional validity, but also on the broader ideological clash over immigration policy. As the countdown to SB4's enforcement intensifies, stakeholders on all sides brace for the repercussions. Should the law come into effect as scheduled, it will not only reshape the landscape of immigration enforcement in Texas, but also set a precedent with far-reaching implications. One key aspect of this SB4 debate is its potential impact on the relationship between local and federal authorities. By granting state law enforcement agencies expanded powers in immigration matters, SB4 blurs the lines of jurisdiction and raises questions about the division of responsibilities between different levels of government. This aspect has drawn criticism from those who argue that immigration enforcement should remain within the purview of federal agencies. Moreover, concerns about racial profiling have cast a shadow over SB4's implementation. Critics fear that empowering local police to enforce immigration laws could disproportionately target minority communities, leading to discrimination and civil rights violations. Such apprehensions underscore the need for safeguards to prevent abuse and ensure that enforcement actions are conducted fairly and impartially. On the other hand, supporters of SB4 view it as a necessary measure to address the challenges posed by illegal immigration. They argue that stricter enforcement measures are essential for maintaining law and order and protecting national security. Additionally, proponents emphasize the economic impact of illegal immigration, citing the strain it places on resources and infrastructure. As the legal battle over SB4 unfolds, its implications extend beyond the borders of Texas. The outcome of this dispute will not only shape the state's approach to immigration, but also influence broader discussions on immigration policy at the national level. With immigration remaining a contentious issue in American politics, the resolution of the SB4 controversy is likely to have far-reaching consequences for years to come. SB4 represents a pivotal juncture in Texas' approach to immigration enforcement, eliciting fervent debate and legal scrutiny. Its ramifications extend beyond state borders, reverberating in the broader discourse on immigration policy and law enforcement practices. As Texas braces for the implementation of SB4, the nation watches closely, awaiting the outcome of this contentious legislative battle.